American National Alert and Appeal. January 17, 2020 by Anna von Reitz. I am being told by my intelligence sources, and bits and pieces are being confirmed in the news media, that rogue elements in Dick Cheney's Department of Homeland Security, which is a private subcontractor and executive department like DOJ, meaning that they subcontract for our subcontractors, were also working for Hell's Brigade. They conspired with other members of this elite transnational mercenary group which has infiltrated the national militaries of many nations including Iran and the US to steal two small nuclear bombs called baby boomers that are easily transported via railroad car or shipping container, from an arsenal in the southeastern United States. The bombs are thought to be intended to stage another even worse attack than 9/11 on our own soil. The attack would take out the records of our so-called legacy trusts and land office records for the past 2 centuries which are stored in Kansas, so the Vermin could come in and claim whatever they want about who owes our gold and who owes our land. For my money, call it yet another papist British Zionist collusion scheme, an attempt to steal our assets and avoid their own debts by any means possible. Colorado would be a secondary target because that's where the backup records were stored. Please note, were stored. A team of clerks transported computer data copies of all our land records and legacy trust data to our safe, if humble, Patriot archive this morning. Soleimani was involved in transporting and acquiring medical-grade uranium made in Iran into this country via our southern border, and from there it could be amassed and used to construct more bombs on site in major cities across America. Iranian and Danish officials discovered the theft of the medical-grade uranium from Iranian facilities and tracked it back to Soleimani. The Iranian government was afraid of him and what he was doing and ratted him and his collaborators out to the U.S. Now the hunt is on to locate the missing bombs and the small batch uranium stolen from the Iranian nuclear facilities by Soleimani and crew. The men doing these awful things are driven by hatred and greed and a shared total disrespect of life and truth. They come from all nations and all disciplines and walks of life but have only one true allegiance, to a pagan religion that is called the Religion of the Dead and which takes its premises from the grimoire of the Egyptian Book of the Dead. This is the religion of the Nazi SS and also the religion of Aleister Crowley and his Temple of the Golden Dawn, which in its English form is called Thelema and which in its German form is called the Thule Society. This is very creepy, very polluted, demon-centered magic. The practitioners forget what end awaits them. The rumors that Crowley was Barbara Bush's father are substantiated by Crowley's own diary and together with Prescott Bush's financial support for Adolf Hitler makes a convincing argument that the Bush family was part of an intergenerational cult of closet Satanists. Do you think that it is a coincidence that G.W. was reading a nursery story about a goat to schoolchildren as 9/11 was going down? The goat is the animal totem of the horned god, Baphomet, the demon these people worship. Isis was named after their principal goddess, Isis, the Egyptian name of Semiramis, also known as Ashtoreth, Astarte, Cybele, Sibyl, and Columbia, as in District of Columbia. This ancient pagan plague came to Rome became a popular religion after the fall of Carthage and was picked up by the Roman legionnaires and the Colosseum gladiators. Remember their salute to Caesar, we, who are about to die, salute you. It has continued to be practiced in secret and not so secret, especially in military circles ever since. It seems that at least some of those who make war for a living go soft in the head and make a cult of dying. So, Hell's Brigade has been summoned to wage an ersatz nuclear war on America. By taking out Soleimani we took out one of the heads of the Viper, a man who was willing to set up his own country as the fall guy for this plot. As usual the plotters were aiming for a double score, destroy our trust and land records so that we could never claim back what is owed to us, and at the same time, use this attack as an excuse to attack Iran. Just like the bogus BS against Iraq and Libya and 9/11, it was a set-up executed by the same group of mercenaries being paid by the same British and Israeli banks and using the same subcontractors to do it, and all planned out and supported by the same no-good politicians and industrialists. Cheney had better hope and pray to God that we find those nukes and medical uranium stockpiles. If we don't, and those things actually get detonated on American soil, the misnamed Department of Homeland Security is likely to be deconstructed down to a subatomic level. And as for those people planning on attending any pro-gun rally in Virginia, don't. The governor of a commonwealth has no power to take the guns of rank-and-file Americans. All you have to do to stop him is make sure that you are counted as a rank-and-file American and not as any kind of U.S. citizen. For assistance doing that, go to www.theamericanstatesassembly.net. Declare your political status and join your state assembly, and you can thumb your nose to all offers to subject you to gun grabbing, false arrests, child snatching, federal income taxes, political correctness, and all the other associated evils. Just come home to America, stop living in that corrupt and nasty doppelganger called the U.S. and, unwittingly, subjecting yourselves to its foreign laws and its Commonwealth governors. The organizers of the Virginia rally need to have the good sense of horses, realize it's just another trap, the vermin trying to get something going so that they have an excuse for killing innocent people, and call it off. Cancel. Don't go. With all this other crapola in the air and nationwide manhunts ongoing over entire states, this is no time to leave home. It's time to hunker down and help your family and communities. And keep your guns safely at home for self-defense purposes. Finally, we need our prayer warriors and people of goodwill to come to our defense as a nation that's greatest sin was falling asleep. Please know that America didn't do these horrible things to the rest of the world. The Pope's municipal government DBA, the United States, and the Queen's bully boy doing business as the United States of America are the culprits, and they have been operating in our names and doing evil in our names like any other criminal imposter. The Poshets are needed now for the search and destroy mission. Please consider making a small donation to help support Anna Von Reitz and the Living Law Firm, by visiting annavonreitz.com and click on the donate button. Thank you. If you enjoy having Anna's latest articles made into videos, please consider making a purchase from Ed's website wellnessrods.com. Thank you.